episode 6 of the TashaLeonie show. Wow, I can't really believe we made it this far. If you haven't watched the last 5 episodes, please do go to the sidebar or search up the top of the YouTube search bar, the space TashaLeonie, or one word, space show. So basically, to keep you up to date, this is a progression show, so I talk about my progress of being a nutrition student, of designing tattoos, which I do as a side hobby, and I also am doing a comic. Basically, the comic has had a 2-week ban, which has been extended to a 4-week ban of all progress on it, just so I can catch up with my nutrition. This has worked so far, this idea. I am currently up to date now. I was 3 months behind, and I'm currently up to date with all of my study and exams. I've currently sat 2 exams. One was referrals in healthcare, and the other was just occupational health and safety. So they are all out of the way, and now we are focusing on anatomy and physiology. I don't really know what that is. Basically, the body structure, my attempt. So guys, I wanted to let you know that I've watched the last 5 episodes myself, each and every one of them, and I've thought, yeah, this is kind of boring. So basically, I want to amp it up. I want to inject some flair into the show. I want to make it funny without seeming like a really bad try-hard attempt. I want to put some epic fails of mine in there. I want to put some bloopers in there. So stay tuned. More on the show is coming. Firstly, nutrition. So nutrition, guys. How I got into it, I was a 20-year-old still wondering what the heck she was going to do with the rest of her life. I graduated in grade 12 when I was 16 years old, and it took me the following 4 years to decide what I wanted to do. I like to think things out. I don't like to be thrown into a lot of things. Back in high school, I was a very random person, like to do random, quirky things. Kind of grew out of that really quickly when I started to have to deal with the aftermath of being random and getting random things done. The best 2 random things I ever did was I got my tragus pierced, and I got this part of my ear pierced, which if anyone can tell me what it is, that would be great, because I do not know what that's called. So yes, got them pierced on a whim, both at different times. My tragus, I went with my cousin and we got it done together. It hurt a lot, and this one, just kind of, I'd finished work for the day, I was hanging out at the shopping centre, and yeah, just kind of went on a whim, got it done. That really hurt too, so it's hard to say which one hurt more. If you've ever gotten any random piercings, which are pretty much the only way that piercings should be done, please comment below and tell me what they are and how much they hurt, just so I know if I want to get another one. Now, so basically, we've got to track that. Back to the nutrition. So, being 20, finally decided I wanted to do nutrition, or I wanted to be a nutritionist. And that was awesome, knowing what you wanted to do. You know, you can wake up in the morning thinking, I'm going to do that, that's what I'm going to do. And then thinking, how do I get from here to here? And this being qualified, and this knowing that it's what you want to do. Basically, I went on a website, I went on Google, and I just typed in how to become a nutritionist. It's that simple. Really, really is that simple. It came up with some colleges. I had to flick through each college, see which one would be optimal to me and my needs, and found the one I wanted, applied, and I got in. I still, although I've moved to the Brisbane area, I still do distance education, which is what I did when I was living up in North Queensland. It means I can learn at my own pace, and that has really, really helped me. I don't think at this point my schedule could really stick to someone else's schedule. So yes, that's how I became a nutritionist, well, a nutrition student. Now, secondly, I think this is actually the 3rd thing, because we spoke about the comic, but I want to speak to you guys about tattoos. Now, tattoos in my family have never been taboo. Never, ever, ever. The majority of my family have tattoos, and, you know, it's not something it's not an issue if someone gets one in our family. I personally don't have one. I always expected myself to have one by now, or 2 or 3, or a whole sleeve, which is really what I wanted most of my life, but I don't have one. If any of you guys watching have a tattoo, could you also comment below and let me know what it is and whether or not you regret it. That's a big thing for me. I don't want to get something that I absolutely love now, but in 5 years won't. And I know the whole live today, not for tomorrow, but really, I mean, if I had have gotten the tattoos that I wanted when I was 16, and obviously I'd still have them now, it wouldn't have worked out well. Especially if I'm going to be a nutritionist, I can't have profanity or anything like that. Not that I would get profanity. If anything, I'd probably get one of those little mustaches that you get. So I'm just looking in the mirror thing. And that would just be for laughs and giggles, I guess. But because I think personally, when I'm 90 years old, I could still find a tattoo of a mustache on my finger hilarious. And I think so with other people at my elderly retirement home, which is where I plan to live it out. I do apologise if I'm jumping. Oh, now oh, there it is. Basically, I have my webcam stabilised on my laptop screen, and it's just holding there ever so lightly. So guys, comment below if you have a tattoo, if you have a random piercing. It doesn't really have to be random. If you wanted it and you went out and got it, then, you know. Basically, the most piercings I've ever had at one time was, I think, 14 or 16. I had my nose, my tongue, all of my ears, all up to here was done. I've never had my belly button, any piercings below my belly button. Excuse me. The most adventurous thing I ever got was, I believe, my nose. You might think it's your tongue, but when I got my nose done, it was pretty. The lady was in a really crappy mood. She basically reefed my nose up, stuck the needle in as hard as she could. It was horrible. It bled. It was not a fun experience. And then it got infected because I had to cover it up for work. So this episode really has been a lot about me asking you questions. If you have any questions you'd like to ask me, please don't hesitate. Because this is quite a fresh, I guess, progress show, I don't really have that many viewers. I think the most I've had is 102 views on my episode 1. Again, if a lot of you haven't watched episode 1, or you have, and you want to let other people know about it, I would love that. That would really be a compliment to me that you would even recommend someone watching it. I do know that this show is a little boring at the moment. I am going to get into competitions. I am going to get into giveaways and stuff like that. But just at the moment, I'm starting out. I want to kind of find my demographic audience. I want to get my foot into some solid ground before I try and do any of the framework. Well, you guys have been lovely, and I have been shaking all over the place. So with that, I will let you go, and yeah, just okay, keep it real, guys. Bye.